Hey, well, Rocky, one more chance. Come on. Show us you can do a good job.
Okay. I think if you're calm, he's calm.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not calm. I'm not calm.
Yeah. He just perked up. He just rose up and started shaking when you spoke. Dogs feel energy.
I should be calm. I just got back from Reiki. No, she said it could be all sorts of things right now.
Okay. Well, that's
Wait,
a good.
lie down.
Is that a good opener?
Okay, but maybe the dog energy is nice. I have my crystals on. Come here. Lie down. I need your...
Okay, well, I
energy.
think because we've got so much to catch up on because
he
it
doesn't
has
do
been,
it. This is his last chance.
It has been a while.
Yeah, it has been.
And we have to talk about our trip in the summer. But should we just because you just started talking about the Reiki, how you're
Okay, sure.
okay? Because I got you. So how this all started was I got you a Reiki package for your birthday, and you were like, "No."
I politely declined.
I put them in your calendar, and then you declined all of the invitations.
Rude way to go.
That was the first way of saying I'm not interested. And then you're like, I get it. You were doing a lot
I think I sent a text at the same time. Also, why you're not lolling that we're twins? This is something that's so funny. Like I always
Look at our genes. Even our genes have a rough.
Literally twins, and I always hate it. And you're always like, don't care. And then I'm like, ugh, I need to be like the relaxed one, just like Lauren. But like, I'm really not relaxed that we're twins. Like, I just feel like you literally have. It's just that's your MO. But maybe I should not care.
All the things to care about in this world, like you and I both wearing a striped top and
Lauren,
frayed hem jeans.
Exactly the same.
Yeah, like literally the jeans are the same.
That's what I'm saying.
It is weird, but also maybe that's just
it was more embarrassing when we would do it at work and we'd be like, hey, pass me the extra small. And we'd be like wearing the same thing. But like, it's a little, I mean, people
and then we would want to order the same clothes. We would like go to buying appointments and it would actually be kind of weird because I feel like we'd have to say we really liked something first to kind of claim the piece. Like Lanny would be like, I love this sweater. And I'd be like, well, can I love this sweater now? I guess I can't. Yeah. No, it's yours. And then I would do the same thing. I'd be like, ooh, I need this.
And then half the shit we get is so ugly. It was just like for a flex to be like, I have unique taste.
No, you wouldn't. You'd be like, you ordered that, not me. And I was like, no, I didn't. You ordered it.
We'd get a box full of shit and I'd be like, not mine. Tag, you're it. You're like, Lanny. Like we were like, no, but also the good, oh God. The good part about it is that we were the same size jeans, the same size shoes, and most of the time the same size top.
Yep.
After the freshman 15 or after a baby. Definitely.
Okay,
Anyways,
so back to the Reiki.
So I did it.
So you were like doing a lot, and then you were like, you know what? Maybe let's try it.
Okay, yeah, because I spoke about actually a lot of therapy that I was doing on here, and I just to update everybody, I've slowed it down quite a bit. It was pretty exhausting just talking about myself and all my things all the time.
Are you still doing DBT?
I'm not. I did it like for a few sessions.
And what was your overall take? Because we got a lot of questions actually about
Okay,
that.
so here's my take on DBT. I didn't do it enough. And I also just didn't specifically do DBT. She incorporated it as a method into it. It just required a lot. I had to do that coupled with a group session. So then that was 3
like
therapy.
with other people?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And a lot of it is like to help, I think, in certain situations when you're overwhelmed with anxiety and stuff and you need like techniques to calm down. However, it like I said, something had to give, and it was that. So I was like, my other therapist is like my lifeline.
Yeah,
like Bible.
She is your person,
my person, and she's also she was like, so just so you know, like I do that in your therapy, you just don't know I'm doing it.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, so you're saying I'm good. She's like, do what you want. And I'm like, I'm good. And I think subconsciously, I only did DBT when my therapist was gone for 3 weeks on vacation. I was like, oh, I'll pick this up at the same time. I just needed to throw up at someone.
Right.
And then,
no, I was wondering why there was because that is a lot. Like regular therapy, DBT, Reiki. I got it.
And I was doing a ton of volunteer work at the beginning because I wanted to like feel like I could give back, which I've really slowed down now. People would be like, slow down. I'm like, what's that mean? And the other day, I was waiting for my sushi alone. There was a beautiful band playing in the park, and I just sat there listening to it. And I'm like, oh, that's slowing down. That's doing
also so unlike you.
Well, the music was so great, and it was like so pretty. It was in Yorkville, and I was just like, this is really nice. This is, I guess, what relaxing is.
That sounds lovely. But
but
back to the Reiki.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Reiki, I did it. It was great. I did one session. Her name's Hannah. I have a lot going on, so she just like,
you feel like she cleared, was she like there's energy blocks?
Yeah, there were a few energy blocks.
Did she do the cards?
She did the cards.
Did the card fly out?
Yeah.
Did the right card fly out?
2 of them, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they were pretty dead on, the cards. I was like, they were both 2 central things of like I would say like stem from like the biggest problems I have.
Right. That's crazy.
Yeah. And one of them, and then, but when like, okay, we've had a few also psychic experiences over the past month.
Yep.
And it's like one of those really, you can really go a long way with it.
Yeah. So Lanny is referring to, we don't have to be so like cryptic here. And so we were away, which we'll talk about like this epic trip that we took, but we were away in the south of France and we saw the same psychic at this one day club we were at that we saw 2 years ago. The same psychic.
Looked exactly the same. She was wearing the same thing.
She was wearing the same thing.
I don't know.
And she had some very specific things that she spoke about. And she also did it with our friends as well.
Yeah.
And let's talk about our friends. We don't have to talk about you, but with our friends, she was bang on with certain things.
Yeah.
Some things were very general, like you will be traveling.
No,
it's like great.
But me and Stacey talked about it after because she was giving Stacey all these looks and I need to know if she was saying the exact same thing. And listen, if you're getting a reading for whatever, 40 euros for 10 minutes, she's got some pointing things to tell you like, Lorenzo, you're going to be this or that. But
I didn't do it.
Okay. But I'm just saying if she did, she would have, I would say a few really big takeaways specific to, and the rest would be filler based on where she is.
Yes, which is what I think she had with the group. It was filler,
There's
but then
fillers.
very
a lot of us
specific
going to be on
things.
boats and traveling and yes, similar things. But that was just, like I said, filler.
Yeah, but the other things were very eerily specific.
And the thing that she told me 2 years ago has now randomly come true.
Mm-hmm.
To some degree.
Yeah.
Because they say specific things, but like saying like, you'll have a career in fashion. Like that could be like anything. Like, so she'll sometimes say these like grand statements.
Right. Wait, what did she say about her business? Wasn't she like, your business is going to blow up? Maybe it blew up. I took the term in the wrong way. I'm like, we're going to be so big. She's like, no, your partner's going to blow it up.
Yeah, no, maybe that's what
your partner's going to take a bomb and blow it up.
Maybe that's what she meant. Boom.
Yeah.
Like I did with everything else. But
I didn't take, so I think sometimes it is a self-fulfilling prophecy with these fortune tellers or psychics or whatever, but there were just like names. There, like she was so specific.
There were names, there was dates, there was initials.
Yeah.
Also, just about the blowing up thing. This is truthfully what I think. I don't know if it was the Reiki talking or whatever, but like I truthfully think you and I, this individually, we're about to come into the best of yet to come. I'm telling you this because I can selfishly say for myself, and I hope you're along for the ride, that like there's no way what I was doing in the past and what we were doing can't get better.
What?
Like it has to
Judy.
It has to get better than that. Like at least for me and for us and what we can do and what we're capable of.
I agree. Like, listen, I do think everything happens for a reason. I actually saved this for the podcast. I wanted to tell you. I don't know if you remember on the podcast that we ended with where I was like, I really want to do a live. I think it would do so well.
Okay.
You mistook it because one of my friends was like, I think Lanny was misunderstanding as like an Instagram live.
Yeah.
But I was picturing a theater. I was picturing a live audience.
No, get away from me. I'm literally
No. Get this. Okay. Call it. Yeah. Call it, man. If we're going to be dancing around in our underwear.
I shall not do that.
Okay. Call it manifestation. Call it what you will.
That's what you're manifesting?
Well, we did manifest it. I did. I put it out there. I said, I really want to do a live audience. Well, someone reached out. I don't want to say who.
No. No. This is okay. No,
Stop. You're crushing my. Here goes the bomb. Blow it up.
Okay. No,
this is my dream.
This is your dream.
Okay. Hang on. Someone reached out with a really good.
Your dream.
A really good space for a live. And she actually was like, do you guys want to have a live audience podcast in our theater? I'm going to
just like Paige and like Giggly Squad styles. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I don't think she knows what we're talking about.
I do know what you're talking about.
That's not what, because those girls just get up and they're like,
nope.
Well, what are you talking, Kat? And be more specific. What would one do on the stage?
I think
we would dress such as this.
I think we would have our top rated guests come on because we've got some ones who have like blown up pretty crazy. And I think we'd do some solo bits because those are sometimes the most popular episodes. And then we'd bring on either some new guests or some like past that have been really popular.
Ryan, the wheels are turning over.
Ryan's look at Ryan. He's so excited.
I'm the most excited I've ever been listening to this.
What?
Okay, so Ryan is, yes, Ryan's excited.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. It's okay. Whew. Okay,
Ryan,
Ryan, you talk. Ryan, you talk.
Take it over.
The possibilities are endless. Like you've had like 1,000 ideas right there. So it's just like the process of narrowing down all those ideas is like the kind of shit I live for. So.
And we could make money. What a novel idea. We could sell tickets. We could make money.
Yeah. I mean, what's the biggest fear?
What is the big, oh, there we go. I like that question actually. What is the biggest fear? No one shows up. We fail. It's crickets. Like what's the biggest fail? What?
For me, I'm going through like this is once again, I'm not trying to blow up your dreams. And if you want to do it, I will literally sit there on stage and smile. Okay. If that in a matching outfit. I owe you one, maybe, for everything. But I owe you one, but it's gonna be like a.
I don't think you owe me anything.
Yeah,
I think you've got to do it for you. You've got to do it because you want to.
Okay, well, what I'm saying is there's a lot going on right now. And then like for me to get up on stage and be like.
But not tomorrow. I'm not saying this has to be tomorrow.
Okay, like
it could be later in the 3 years. No. That's
I said a few.
I'm thinking like October, November. Anyways, I don't think it's a decision.
Let me sit with it.
3 years. You're like a decade from now.
It's basically a panel. We're hosting a panel of people.
No, don't panel.
You just said we're gonna have all the favorite experts on.
Maybe that was just one idea. I think we can brainstorm. I think we can think of something really fun.
Exactly what you're doing right now, just in front of people.
Yeah, and charge for tickets.
We're just
and you act like you're gonna sit there, but as someone who's listened to you talk for 1,000 hours, I don't think you would do that.
You would never.
I
just
said
sit
out
there.
of courtesy for her.
Yeah.
I would do that. I would do her a solid. But
listen, you got to do it for you.
Is this what we're trying to get at? Is this what we're getting at? Like what's the purpose of this? I want to understand this more. Like the purpose is so people can listen to us talk live.
It's just one more medium for us to get out there in like a new way for our audience to like. I know this might sound weird, but like we do have fans.
Wait,
we do have people who really like us, follow us. So maybe I know we've talked about other things like merch in the fall and doing things. We could have like a little shop and shop that like there could be other ways. And it's another marketing tool. Like, you know, I think we have to also, in order to get bigger, we have to try different things. It might fail, but it also could be hugely successful. We could start a tour.
I am literally, if you could see under my high neck shirt, I have hives.
Yeah, that's good. Being uncomfortable though is sometimes good. You know, we've been comfortable also for, at least I've been. I know you've been going through obviously a lot more uncomfortable life changes, but I feel like it's good to push ourselves professionally in this. We both like this. We both are, you know, in this. We've got something here. So I think it's good to push ourselves out of this little cute little sitting room, you know?
I just wanted to have purpose.
Well, I think it's giving us purpose in a different way. And we're going to see if it works. Anyways, I don't think we don't have to make any big decisions now, but I'm just throwing it out there that
you're
planting manifestation, we put it out there. Someone reached out. It worked.
She was like, I've got
I'll tell you the venue after. You know, it's a great venue.
Right in this.
Yeah. It's
Casa Loma.
No, it's a good venue. It's not like I'm Bob and I've got like come to my house and I've got like it's like a legitimate place that you know.
Okay.
And I thought that was really cool. Anyways, food for thought.
No, it's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
She's not into it.
Not
all right.
Cool.
It's
food for thought.
Food for thought. Okay, let's talk about our trip. Let's talk about, we've had a busy summer. We haven't spoken in a month.
We've had other. Oh no, we've been together.
To each other. We just spent okay, before we even get into our trip, it's a real build up here. We just had a girls' weekend away. Our friend has a cottage weekend. She's been doing it for 10 years. Every year she like brings on a few new people.
Yeah.
And well, can we call it what it is? I don't think we can.
What?
It's just
it's a shit show.
I don't think it's a shit show. I think it's like a very cathartic weekend.
For some, yeah.
My mom was like, "What did you do? Do you play games?"
Yeah, we sure do, Janice.
Yeah, she was like, "Tell me more details." It's the one weekend of year where I literally, my phone just stays in my room. Like I don't even bring it out.
I was helping with the music and also having lots of solo conversations. lots of solo
You
conversations.
You were not into the group.
Because I hadn't seen anyone in so long.
Right. You had a lot to catch up on individually.
Like my life's been pretty different. And I also like everyone there is quite special. Like I really have really nice relationships with so many people. And like I'm finding group chills these days like really hard for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm better one-on-one just right now because I feel like I can have more of a genuine conversation.
Yes, you prefer group conversations.
I prefer group. I prefer one-on-one right now.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's like, but not the group is amazing. Not to say that I was not happy to hang out in the group, but I just am saying like, but it was the best weekend. It's so much fun.
You know what you didn't love was the wood walk.
Did not love the wood walk.
Yeah, we did a wood walk in the dark at 12:30 at night.
You don't even know what was going through my head.
Yeah, I do know because you told me.
Yeah, I did tell you.
Yeah. You were like, this is exactly what was going through my head. Anyways, it was a great weekend and
okay, so let's talk about your birthday. You got back from everyone was like, is Lauren still away?
I know. It was basically
I got back and they're like, wow. They're like, wait, where is she? I'm like, honestly, guys, I've been off the gram, but she's in and around Italy, like having a great old time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I tried not to post too much after Saint-Tropez, but we had a great time. So there were 25 people. The biggest question is like, how was the dynamic?
Yeah, well, because
they want drama. People really want.
Also, most people did not know like there were acquaintances, but like I technically knew everyone, but I was
you never hung out with people.
Yeah, I was friends with like a third. They were my family.
Yeah. Well, half the group was family, and then the other half was, kind of like these little groups of friends who each individually knew each other, but no one had really, the whole group it wasn't crew. So it was a motley crew, which we said. Everyone was different. Everyone had different interests, passions, things they liked to do, didn't like to do. And you know what? Wow. What a group.
Well, this is how I think of it. If the main connector is legit, you're going to have legit people.
Yeah.
If the main connector is not legit, you're not going to have good people. Like you have to trust the person that's coordinating this trip to have good judgment.
Yeah.
One, that you're not going to invite like an oddball.
Yeah.
To fuck up the dynamic. And that you're inviting people. You got to be cognizant a little bit. I'm sure there were people you thought about inviting and were like,
That is true.
Just being honest, like
no, 100%.
To me, the dynamic is on the control originally in the control of the coordinator. Everyone, if they're good people, no one's going to be an asshole, and everyone wants to have a good time, which is what happened.
Yeah.
But if you were the producer of The Bachelor,
you got to throw in a curveball. You want the drama. You want the curveball. Yeah. So no, I knew the group, and even though people might have not been interested in doing the same things necessarily, everyone was interested in having a good time.
Yeah.
Everyone brought good energy.
Everyone wanted you to be happy. Everyone wanted to enjoy. Everyone wanted to party. It was you planned a really fun trip. I mean, it was
fun.
Guys, it was like being in summer camp, but for just drinking and partying. Like there was like one activity after the next. You gave us like 20 minutes for an outfit change, but it was like tequila, go, dance on table, down, then go to beach, sit, drink spritz, get up, go to other club.
There was a full itinerary, which we pretty much stuck to other than the boat day where we were supposed to go for dinner and we were just so done after that. And we didn't. But no, everyone got along really well. There was no drama. Well, there actually might have been a little drama.
And then everyone kind of did their own thing after, which was nice, you know? Like everyone had
the friends stayed for like 4 or 5 days, and then it was just family for like the rest of the trip. And then I traveled with my friend and everyone else you traveled with Concy. You did Monaco and
I went to Monaco. It's insane there.
Did you see any celebrities?
Like,
oh my God, wait, remember?
That I didn't know of. Oh, we did?
No, you did. Okay, so literally, this was actually the most jokes thing. So we're in Saint-Tropez. Literally, Michael Jordan is there. There's like Cristiano Ronaldo. Like there's literally all these fucking major celebrities that we keep missing. Everyone's like, oh my God, you just missed so-and-so. Like every where are you going fucking major celebrity. Lanny is out for lunch one day, just like in like the town of Saint-Tropez. And she goes, I saw a celebrity. I'm like, what celebrity did you see?
Eugene Levy, baby.
It's actually Levy, Eugene Levy.
Whatever. It should be Levy. And then I was like,
and no one knew who he was except
all the Europeans were like, c'est quoi?
It was his traveling show.
It was his traveling show, but they were walking like casually down the pier. It was like so funny. Everyone was like, who the fuck is that? These are
all like
North American celebrity.
Hamilton.
I know, but they're going to get that.
Are you related?
I think brother babysat my dad.
But no actual relation.
No.
Both Hamilton, Levy,
Just
Levy's.
same tribe.
Same brows. Actually, no one in your
Jones?
eyebrows.
Jones?
Jones may be a descendant of Eugene Levy.
I mean, what I have to do to those, what I have to do to make those two eyebrows.
Yeah, I hear you. A little Perez. Do you use Perez from Shoppers?
No, I have a new technique.
Oh.
I don't want to talk about it on here, though.
Okay.
People will hate.
Like a form of abuse.
Yeah, I don't, whatever.
Okay, well.
You know what, though? Monaco, where we went after, it's probably one of the most insane landscapes I've ever seen. I did not realize how like mountainous it would be. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's so historic because of Grace Kelly and everyone used to go there back in the day, and it was like just the place. And then we went to Cap Ferrat for lunch, which was like in the south of France. It was so cool. You like go from driving from Monaco into France. And I'm like, tell us when. I was like 3. He's like, no.
Isn't it like 10 minutes away or something?
Yeah, it's a 20. No, it's like a 30 minute. It's like a 20 to 30 minute drive.
That's crazy.
But it's like you just drive across the border. There's like no, you're not driving. You know, go with like border control. He's like, you are in Monaco. You are in France. Like it's just like that. They just drive.
So cool.
And it was just so scenic. And the luxury there is like no other. Like we thought Saint-Tropez was fancy. Holy fuck balls. The Birkin per capita there must be the highest per world. If you were not carrying a Birkin or a Kelly bag, I'm not even kidding you. Some people were carrying 2, like one on the other. What? Nutella?
Honestly, I'm like, Lainey, we cannot record a podcast today. It's just me and the kiddos, and really I know they're going to interrupt. She's like, you'll make it work. She's like,
to be fair,
play date. I'm like, play date. Everyone's kids are in camp. My kids came home from camp. I'm like, guys, day camp time. They're like, nah, we're done.
Yeah, that sounds sucky. I mean, that sounds sucky.
It was really full on. It was like out of here for 4 weeks, and now I actually feel guilty like doing any form of work because I'm like, you were at camp for 4 weeks.
That's okay.
I was fucking off for 3 weeks.
I know.
So now I'm like, let's go to the zoo. Let's go here.
Yeah, you're going ham with the activities.
I'm like, there's no time, honestly, actually to do anything.
Is
I'm like,
Monday a holiday?
Oh yeah.
Ay.
Oh yeah. I'm going up north. I'm actually taking Ella to a friend's cottage, but
say au revoir.
Yeah. Well, 1 kid too. Actually, to go from 4 kids to 2 kids,
is breezy. Easy breezy.
I mean, it's so easy.
I know, but I get what you're saying with the full on. That's kind of like my life right now because I go from
like
being
when you don't have the kids, and then when you do have them,
I'm like a bird. I'm like walking around Queen Street, like coming from Jay Bird, drinking his smoothie. Like, what am I doing with my time?
Watching a music show while picking up sushi,
slowing down. And I'm like, I'm that person that has nothing to do on a Tuesday. I'm like,
come over and babysit. Come help me. I'm struggling here.
No, because I need it. Because when I'm on,
you're full on. It's activity central.
It's not even activity central. It's just like
present.
Children's central.
Present. You've got to be really present.
Well, and they're just, my kids are crazy right now. It's just 6, 4, and 2 when they're at home. Everyone says this because they're really good boys when they're out, which I'm really proud of. Mm-hmm. It's just when they're at home because they have so much fucking energy. Mm-hmm. They're all on top of each other at all times. Even if you try, like there's a need to be touching with these boys. And the little one,
there's a need to be touching. Like, each other.
They can't keep their hands off each other. Like, I know because I grew up with 3 boys and we were always pounding each other. Literally, if one of them wasn't pulling my hair, I was scratching the shit out of them. It was just like human nature to like defend yourself.
Well, girls are physical too. We talked about this. My girls are physical.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What's their move? Pull? Do they punch? Slap?
They're a bit slappy.
Slappy.
Yeah.
Bitch move.
Yeah.
Like a.
Yeah.
On the face ever.
Does Ella punch? Oh, pull hair.
That's what I said. That's what I do.
Yeah. Sorry. Pull hair is a big one.
I stopped biting my nails so my nails would grow so I could scratch. Catwoman.
Whoa. Right. Listen, it gives you an upper hand. You're like Wolverine.
Oh my God. Also, I finished my ADD assessments.
Okay.
I had 3 of them. There were a bunch of surveys, guys. So this was like I was reliving one of my biggest fears in life. Like I'm very math, sciences, all that kind of stuff was so over. I would not call myself an academic person. I tried very hard in school. I survived. I did well, whatever. It did not come naturally to me. And like, I always kind of like, just felt like whatever, like I've told you why I wanted to get tested. Like I just had some type of learning disability or I had ADHD something. And I had to go in and do long division. I had to write an essay. I had to fucking.
Were you sweating?
I would. So like this was also what I appreciated this because it was like, you know, when like college, or university, you don't have time, like things were timed. And if you didn't finish, like I would often, because of my anxiety, would get the worst of me, freeze. Like I wouldn't go back and even answer questions. But people that like got excused would get like an extra 3 hours on their test. I could sit there, go take a walk, think about my conclusion, like the dreams.
Yeah.
And when she was like doing a lot of stuff, like I feel like my reading comp is quite low. So like, but when instead of just reading a passage and then I was having to use your memory too,
right?
You have to read it, then use your memory. You can also look at the passage in this exam in certain situations. So then they can see, could you do it on your own or did you have to refer back to the passage? So there was so many elements. There was like puzzles that I had to do. There was like simple math timed, long division. Like I didn't remember how to do all the, like on a good day, even if you reminded me the rules, like everything in the brackets, what to do first. I know there was an acronym.
Yeah.
You know?
Mass?
Yeah. Fuck you.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got it. You don't.
He's also like 10 years younger.
I'm the dumbest guy. Like there is no worse academic person than me.
Damn,
I went to college 5 times and didn't graduate once. Like it's
just not for you.
Not do school.
I think the good thing now though is like there is so much more awareness about the fact that like everybody learns differently. Everybody, like you can have a different kind of career based on what you are good at. You don't need to do a traditional path. So I'm actually getting one of my kids tested for ADHD.
Okay.
And what someone told me on Girls Weekend, because my image of a kid who has ADHD is like a kid who cannot focus, who cannot sit still, who is bouncing off the walls. She was like, no. She was like, these were the characteristics of my kid. Could sit, could focus, had some issues learning, like very chatty in certain situations, quiet in other. Like they were just like so obscure. And she was like, my kid does not have ADHD. And then she took him for an assessment and was like, holy fuck, like he actually does based on this specific criteria. So I kind of had the same mentality. So now I'm going to get one of my kids tested because I think they might fall in that category.
I love the place that I went.
Do they do kids though?
Yeah, mostly kids.
Oh, what's the place called?
Cornerstone. They just make you, they're so warm and they're so like, they realize like, especially as an adult coming to do this, that you're like reliving a lot of like your big, like to get tested as an adult, you obviously want answers. Yeah. As a kid, you're being forced to sit there and your parents are like trying to figure it out. But as an adult, you're fully aware of what's going on. So it was just such a different angle, but they were just so like, they took the time to understand me. They took the time to like understand the full scope, my story, how everything I'm going through is playing into that, why it's kind of coming to fruition now. And like, just like very, like the lead there, she was such a sweet demeanor, you know? She was so relatable and kind, but professional and just like didn't make me feel like any of those negative, anxious feelings as one would going into something that would be like, I'm telling you, wake up in the middle of the night, sweating, thinking about rewriting a test. Yeah. You know, those are what triggers me. So it's just really good that we have the resources today too to just understand.
No, it's amazing.
People more in our brain. Like we're way different, first of all, than when we were.
Well, and everyone's talking about it.
I feel very strongly about this. Like if you're, to me, if you're a parent and you have a kid who's not doing well in school and there's no like obvious reason for it, I think you should try your absolute hardest to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I just slipped right through the cracks.
Me too.
Yeah.
My whole life was like, you're so smart. You just don't apply yourself. And it's like, I don't know how to apply myself. I don't know. Like,
and different people learn so differently. Some people are like so visual and they like, or some people need extra time on tests or to fidget or to do this.
Or are oral, like, or need to hear it or need dialogue around it. Like there's so many. And like I'm saying, I don't think, for example, where we were built, and I know we're always evolving, but like where we were as in where we are now, we were not meant to take in this many stimuli. Our bodies are not properly equipped and like to be doing everything we're doing. For example, if you have a learning disability, if you can't understand what the teacher is saying while they're saying it, because you can't understand through audio learning, how are you going to take good notes?
Yeah.
And then if you don't have good notes, you're going to fail. And if you don't have an excuse like you on something or you have like there's a reason, then you're not going to do well on the test because you're not going to have good notes and you're not going to like, it's just all cyclical. You know what I mean? And that's, I'm really passionate about it because like there's 2 out of 3 people, I don't even like that it clearly formed their upbringing because of something. And I'm not saying, oh, this was like a huge problem for me. Like this is something my parents never even thought to identify because I was a happy kid.
Yeah.
Like this isn't like I was an outgoing, like it came down to how I learned and I didn't realize and no one really did.
You.
Yeah.
So and I think that's the biggest thing with
like I wasn't able to articulate it. I wasn't able to see it and testing wasn't as common.
Well, and to your point, I think the biggest reason why I'm getting this child tested is more so because I don't want it to affect their confidence.
100%.
That's literally, I know they're gonna, they will eventually get back to where they should be academically, but like
it's self-worth.
But it is like, I don't want them to be like, oh damn, I'm bottom of the barrel for this. And then that behavior comes out in other ways.
Exactly.
So
you should feel good about yourself that you're acknowledging it and you're doing something and that's going to change then. Like, that's amazing that we have those resources and you're going to utilize them. Cause I'm telling you firsthand, and it's nothing anyone else did. It was just the lack of awareness or
the lack of people talking about it.
That like, I feel like, a lot of the insecurities and the shit I'm working on now with all this stems from that.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Sense. And I'm working with Jess. We love Jess. Diamond, who's like,
I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
You're like nodding. You're like, yeah,
you're like Sarah. It's like such
she's an educational consultant, and she and it's not just for private schools. She does it for public schools as well. She does it if you need want advice on testing or this or that. And it's just because there's a lot of schools, there's a lot of programs.
That's so good. So she advises on all that. Like if you were to go get ADHD testing with,
and she advises on everything. So
damn, Jess, good pivot there.
Yeah,
she was a teacher, right?
She was a teacher, and she really knows the system. So, and there's a lot of confusion about where to go, what to do, and you want what's best for your kid.
She's got that perfect She's
the best.
She's literally the best. Her and her husband also double D.
They're
just the best.
And was opening a wellness clinic.
Oh my God, I want to go. What do you mean?
Yeah, he's opening, I don't want to butcher it, but I think it's like a wellness clinic for women. I'm like, is it a ketamine clinic?
You're stuck on that.
I am.
Let's talk about acid. I want to do acid. Why? People drop acid and just go stare at the water. I think it's oh, it's a whole thing. It's like a whole mind opening experience. It's like supposed to enlighten you and provide like this crazy,
what's the difference between ketamine and acid?
Ryan?
I don't know. I'm not cool enough.
We gotta get an expert on here.
Yeah.
Let's get an expert on here.
Well, I found a mushroom expert.
Okay, but let's up the ante. Let's make it a drug theme month and let's learn all about all the different drugs. That'd be so cool.
Okay. Well,
we take enough of them. It's all about education.
Mic drop.
Yeah.
Mic drop.
Well, a spade is spade.
Yeah, I think, I
to understand these shroom places that are opening up, like people are now microdosing typically. Like, what are the advances?
Well, that's why I was very excited for a mushroom expert, because that is something that I really personally enjoy. I like doing.
Same with weed though. I'd like to have
and that's like weed for you, right?
Yeah. Anyways, we can see, but also an acid master and a ketamine clinic expert.
All right, guys, whoever is listening to this podcast, hit us up if you are an acid master.
Okay, this is the last thing I've been kind of thinking about too, because like you're like talking about like wanting to do like the live, which I now understand.
Yeah,
I've been thinking about like what type of people, like we kind of have been talking about a lot, like how are we like grouping this together? What is this? And like I've been thinking a lot like in life, because I am going through this change and I have to do a lot of things like on my own now, which is like fine. I'm totally capable. But it's just like, and I like feel like there needs to be like more of like a life course on like a podcast, something on how to do life better.
Yeah.
How to, I was never taught how to save money. I mean, I knew it was important to be frugal in certain ways and whatever, not doing great at that. But like, I would like to be. I would like to learn how to budget properly. I really, that is important for me. I would like to know in general, like more about like, I don't know, even like the proper way to vote and how to do it and how to like do your own research for voting for something, not just doing what your parents, like how to do like certain life things for like anyone, how to properly cook a meal. My mom always cooked. She never like included me in it because she did it as a chore and that's fine and whatever. I don't like cooking, but like, I don't even know how to cook. Like I'm so scared of chicken, I could cry. Like I don't want to undercook. It's gonna.
Maybe that's the name of your cookbook. I'm so scared of chicken, I could cry.
Like I don't want to give
a cookbook for beginners.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Maybe these practical things, doing your taxes, like these practical things. And not that this could be very boring, this podcast too, but it's just like how to make yourself more fucking capable. Like how to learn these things like you wouldn't know otherwise, and no one's teaching you in like a fun format.
Yeah. Well, I think we're
how to change a tire.
I don't know if we could do a full, well, maybe that's where the live podcast comes in.
Right?
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like simple life, but in modern day with like current things.
Okay, so this was Danya, who we were just away with. This was her, I mean, I don't know if I should share her big idea, but I think it's a great idea. And it was kind of like home ec, because they don't do home ec anymore, for kids who are like in grade 11 or 12. And it's exactly that. It's like
we need to make
how
more
to change
poopery.
a tire, how to sew a button, how to do basic cooking skills, how to pay bills, like basic financial literacy, like all this kind of basic stuff that you don't really learn in school anymore.
No, and like extend it to like, so I feel like we've talked to so many people on the podcast about like, this should just be integrated in early childhood. Like, you know, this needs to be in the school system, like talking about this stuff, like learning
breast
about
self-exams,
or fertility
endometriosis, of course.
All this shit. Like, it's just like, you're not taught it, so you don't know. And then you go through life expecting to know. And then for someone like me that's like going through a lot alone or experiencing it for yourself, by yourself for the first, or just feeling incapable. It's a horrible feeling.
Yeah.
And you don't ever want to feel like you need to rely on someone else that's more capable.
Yeah.
Like, there should be obviously in couples and partners, like everyone plays a role, but I've just kind of left that feeling like I should know how to pay my property fucking taxes. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah. Well, we talked about this too while we were away, where when you do find a partner, and I think it goes both ways, like you and your partner end up becoming reliant on each other for different things.
Well, and that's great. And that's what teamwork is. And there's yin and yang to that. And it works. And I'm not saying everyone has to learn everything they have to do.
But I do agree with you. I think you become complacent in certain areas where you're like,
I can admit I'm missing
I'm
critical life skills.
Yeah.
Or even I would appreciate like even a session about 90s movies. Never watched them, all the TV shows. Like, give me a little, I'd love to learn about that. Just never did. What am I going to learn about
That's
that?
the shit I'm smart at.
So then there.
Yeah, I feel like you're
I know
you're
she's
on the
looking
same
at me
level.
for that too.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, like you know.
yeah, you and Tony could sit in on that.
You and Sarah could sit on the sheet. She's useless at
I
that.
like no pop culture, but I just mean like, look, like things that you need to know in life. Things that could keep you good at a dinner party, keep you feeling good, feeling accomplished, feeling independent. I don't know. That sounds kind of boring now that I spit it back.
90s music or movie stuff is what's wrong with my brain, though. I need that out of my brain. I need useful things in there.
Oh, I think it's so useful. It is so useful.
Do some help.
You know what? I feel like we can take nuggets of that, of exactly what you said, and bring it into the podcast. I think like financial literacy 101 is like very, like would be a great topic, and we could make it interesting. Changing a tire. I mean,
that could be down the road.
That could be
for our live.
At your live, we could drive a car on the stage, and we'll do it in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get Simpson style and jean shorts. God, I've been really bad on Instagram. I've been like, I like don't do anything, but I just have like 6 accounts that I follow.
I thought you were like I have 6 Finstas.
No, like I'm very like I'm off from doing a lot of stuff, but I do follow a few accounts, and my ads have become so targeted. They're so effective. I've gotten some crazy shit.
Hey, like what? Well, tell us. Oh, well, you just sent me something really good.
What?
Which is the scents from hotels.
Oh yeah.
So you can buy. Lanny just sent it to me. It's like all these diffusers that smell like a specific hotel in Vegas or like the Edition in Miami, and you can literally purchase them. And
like a hotel collection. So you have like all the scents. Like
so I've got to actually order those because you sent that to me. Okay, what else? What else is good?
Okay. Yet to try both of these, but seem good. There's like a cellulite sucker. So you put this cream on, and instead of getting lymphatics, it's like literally a vacuum, and like I just need it for my legs, and it goes and it shows like it breaks down the muscle, and there's
no fucking way that works. Send that to Dr. Brett. He's also, I did do a cellulite treatment with him that I think totally worked. It was 8 sessions, 1 week apart. We also have to have Brett on because he's just the best, and he can talk about all these cool treatments that are either coming up or that he does. Okay. It's what is it? It's like heat, and it kills the cellulite. And honestly, I really notice a difference. And someone said something to me like, I don't know, a couple of months ago too, where they were like, I really
have zero cellulite.
Not zero, but dream. Significantly less. But you just need, because you have to go every week for 8 weeks.
Okay, so the other thing that I got is it's called High Smile. It makes your teeth white in like 5 seconds, which we were going to try it at the cottage.
Like light?
Yeah, it's purple like goo.
Did it work?
Should I do it next time?
We'll do a test. We'll do a test. Oh,
shoot. I got to go to pick up.
Kate,
this has been real.
Oh, can I just say one last thing that I want to order? Yes. So and we have to link it. It's like those cloths that Concy brought to the girls' weekend.
She got me on those in Monaco.
So they're like not towels, because so many hotel towels are like full of bacteria and disgusting.
I'm unclear if I believe in this or not, but I think it's a good thing to have.
They're like, no, you use them once, and they
believe in the bacteria.
I actually do. And even if there's not bacteria, I find most towels are kind of rough, and like I just don't like actually using them on my face. Those towels were incredible.
And they're travel size.
No, I know. She's like,
it's
I bring them everywhere.
Skin Club. Skin clean Skin Club. It's like Clean Club. Okay, bye. I gotta go.
Okay, guys.
This has been real.
We're back and
at it. Next week is
Who knows?
And
I'm
one thing we got to start incorporating at the end is don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, leave a 5-star review. On Apple, Spotify, and subscribe on YouTube. Leave a comment, drop a like.
Yup.
Do we have to say that? You just said it.
No, I just said it.
No, you did.
Oh my God, I love
I'm a part of
that.
this. Yeah, you guys can sit back. Like
Sit back, relax.
Yeah.
Or the
Okay,
show.
good job,
no
Rye.
show. There's no show. Okay, bye.
Bye.